Hey guys, Gio here. I know I haven't shot a garden video in a while, and those of you who follow my channel are probably wondering, is it garden videos or is it backpack videos? And it's really whatever I feel like doing videos. But today I'm going to do a garden video. So if you're into my backpacking videos, you can watch something else. There's lots to do. It's YouTube. Find something else. Or stick with me and we'll cover the garden, see where I'm at with it. Not a whole lot of new things have gone on. Kind of finally catching up from July. I hiked and camped almost all of July, and then I let my garden fail. As you can see from this big brown patch here, which is usually chock full of cucumbers, I didn't get back to it, and the peas went, and they're done. There's lots of dry peas on there. There's some, I don't know if you guys can see that over there in the corner next to that little greenhouse. There's a bunch of dust flying. There's some chickens in there making a mess, because that's where I dumped the ash from my wood stove. Hello ladies, dusty girls, you gonna run? Hey, what are you doing? You guys can see them in there getting all dirty, digging holes. So yeah, the peas are finished. Fail. I didn't get back to them, didn't pick any. I did not pick even a quart of peas, and there was probably gallons of peas that could have came out of there. My fail. Over here we've got some squash I'm growing in here. This is a variety I'm developing this year. Well, this is year 2 on this one. 2? Year 3. This is year 3. So this is year 3 on this squash that I'm developing. It's a cross between a Thelma Sanders and a delicate. Kind of odd shaped, unique, blonde, yellow, white squash. Bees, these are, yeah guys, these are some of the bees that I caught this year that swarmed on me. Again, more of my failures turned into positives because I was able to catch them. I'm going to come in here and find one of those squashes I'm developing. So these are kind of a neat shaped little squash, and there's not a lot of them. Here's one. So I'm going to bring it in here. So if you can see that, that's a little squash, kind of bell-shaped, pear-shaped thing. They tend to have some ribs on them. You can find some with some ribs. They're not stable. Their shape and size. Here's one with the ribs. So you can see the little ribs on it. These little ribs here. I haven't stabilized the variety yet. It usually takes a few years before they get more stabilized. Here's one that kind of looks like a parent. So that looks a little more like the Thelma Sanders, which is a real blonde white acorn. Okay, so that kind of is a little bit recessive fruit. Now here's one. This is what I think my final product is going to look like when I'm done developing. It's kind of elongated. It has the ribs like an acorn, and it's blonde like its parent. Now it's a real sweet, mild summer squash. But it's still in developmental stages, so these things take time. They take years. Something I'm working on. So that's what's going on over here in this train wreck. Let's move on. I'll show you some other failures and successes in here, or in my garden. Like I said, if you want a backpacking video, this isn't it. More beehives. over there. We had a huge storm in here the other day. Broke all my popcorn over. It's starting to stand back up. Let's see what else we got going on here in my pimped out chicken coop, which I still haven't painted. Let's see. We got eggs need to grab. So, my little birds are laying. They spend the day in here and then I let them out when I get off of work. The golf balls are in there. I'll take them out, but that's to encourage them to lay in the same spot every time. Chickens aren't super intelligent. They're not stupid, but they're not intelligent. They can't really tell the difference between an egg and a golf ball. So that's why I have golf balls in there. Let's see. So, another failure for the year. My giant pumpkin. This is like the 4th or 5th year where I failed at a giant pumpkin. It's not for lack of trying. It's little things go wrong. I get a late frost. This year I got a freeze. Got down to 32 degrees, I think, at my house. On July 28th or 9th. And it whacked my giant pumpkin back to nothing. So it went kapoo. So I don't suspect I'll see a giant pumpkin out of here. There's my giant pumpkin with like 2 flowers on it. It's not doing anything. Artichokes. I did a different variety of artichoke this year. This guy's interesting. It's a violet. I think I even saved the tag off it. Let me see. It is Violetto. I suppose it's Italian. Violetto. So it's got a nice purple color about it. Looks like it needs a little water because they're getting gangly. So if you're not getting enough water in your artichokes, they're gonna get this elongated shape to them instead of being round like these other ones. Looks like I need to come through and pull some artichokes. It's a little better shape, but it's not very big. I'm starting to want to bust out. So I said I had a big storm the other day. Storm broke this guy right off. This is supposed to be a sunflower. And what I do is I kind of prune all the other branches off here, like that, all these little leaves, and kind of gets the plant up high so I can walk underneath it or through here on my little gangway. And the wind got going so bad, just snapped this guy right off. So I'm not sure if I should just let it grow and hope it sprouts new flowers, which I kind of think it won't, or just jerk it out of there and make space for something else to grow. But that's what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be up here about 10 or 12 feet and flowering at this point, and I just got a broken stick. Broken stick. For those of you who can see that. Pumpkins. So this again is another variety I've been developing. I think we're on year 12 with this one. So for the last 12 years I've been developing this here pumpkin. This one I won't save for seed because I usually hand pollinate. So I don't know if you guys have seen, maybe you've seen some of my videos of hand pollinating pumpkins. That's what you have to do if you're going to develop your own, is you need to hand pollinate. You can't leave it open for the bees to do it because they're going to mix pollen from everything and anything, and you may end up with a great variety, but chances are it'll contaminate your seed and you don't know what you're getting. So anyway, that's one I'm developing. It's got a wonderful flavor. Again, I still haven't got it stabilized. Working on it. I'm learning. It's all this is a learning experience for me. So the garden is a wonderful case of beautiful failures, and It's experiences that you can't have if you go to the store to get your groceries. You've got to come out here, learn about what you're planting and eating and how it works. So that's, oh man, these guys gotta get picked. These guys are, got a pile of these in here, more than I can eat. It's just, it's difficult for me to keep up with everything I'm growing. I think I'll send these with my mother-in-law up to see my sister-in-law, who's in the Portland area. They have to work real hard to get good food up there, I guess, since they don't garden. They have grocery store peoples. So send that up to Portland. Throw these aside. So hey, here's something really cool this year, and you guys have probably seen this. I was experimenting with these patio tomatoes in the raised beds, and I'm real happy with the results so far. If you guys can see, I hope the shots are in focus. You can see this loaded with these big, beautiful tomatoes, without a lot of space, without a lot of pruning on my part, not much work. Happy so far with it. I will try them again next year. Unfortunately, I can't save the seed because they were hybrid. Hopefully, either I find a producer of this seed, or the local markets carry them again, which was how I got them this year. They're not bad. They're sweet without too much acid to them. So, not bad. And they're producing pretty heavy. What else we got going on? Oh, hey, here's a cool trick I'm trying this year. Ah, sorry, didn't mean to kick you. So you can see here, I took and planted at the base of this little apple tree. I planted a tomato plant, and I've been using it as my stake. Here, you can see I've got it there, and I've been pruning it as it goes. Using space, I guess. I don't know, I thought it was neat. Maybe I'm a plant kid. But, so I'm letting this little tomato plant grow right on up here, and it's putting on fruit. Nothing special. It is a kind of a shaded spot. This tree also, you can see here, it's got some fruit on it going up. Had a lot of blossom drop, I think mostly because I really didn't water very much in July, so that was my fail there. So, let's see, what else can I show you guys? That's kind of where we are. The peppers are snapping back. They look horrible. Again, a lot of them frosted back to dead sticks. You can see here, dead sticks. And that was, again, that freeze we had here in July. I didn't replant. I guess I could have gotten right on the ball and replanted. I did not. So there's a lot of, as you can see, a lot of open, unutilized space this year. I have not been the world's best gardener. But hey, c'est la vie. Just, I bet my garden's better than most, even without me trying real hard, because at least I tried to some degree. Eggplants, not putting on this year. Again, we've had a cold summer. Ooh, I bet that's hot. I bet that's hot. Not bad. A little spicy. We've had a really cool summer. The garden's just not rocking and rolling. Over here, got my banana squash going. Kind of see, this is one of the parent plants for the variety I've been developing. I'm back and forth on whether I want to introduce any more of this fruit to that plant. Some other, I forget what this one's called. It's something turban. Doing okay. If you see here, guys, see how I buried the vines? So I throw dirt on these vines on some of these intersections. And what that causes to happen, let's see if I can find one that's been buried for a while and I can show you, is it causes the plant to start rooting. Maybe over here. It causes the plant to start a brand new root system right where you've buried the roots. So let me see if I can find one here under this guy. Stick with me, don't get seasick. So under here is one that I've buried. Let's see if I can get you guys in there without. So if I'm going to try to dig this one up. Yeah, it's got a root going, I can feel it. So if I dig right here in the base of this, I can find a root. There it is. Then try to shove you all in there. You're getting a bird's eye view. Hopefully. Oh, where was it? It was this one. So you guys, I don't know if you can see that. Again, right there where my finger is. That's a root that's popped out from this intersection. So if you bury each one of your intersections on your squash, it will start a new root. It'll increase the growth of the plant and the fruit. It's one of those tricks that the guys that grow those big giant pumpkins will use to give the plant a little more vitality, a little more strength. They'll bury all of their vines. For most of my plants, most of my winter squash, I just let them run amok. For certain plants, I will bury the roots to encourage them to grow larger fruit. On this variety that's here, which is underneath this summer squash, but it's running, let me see if I'm pointing and not showing you guys. It's running along here this way, and then it makes a turn, it's going that way, so I've run it around, and that's a variety. I want a little bit bigger fruit off of it, and so I've been burying its roots. It's not a very large pumpkin there, so I'm giving it all the help it can get to get just a little larger fruit. So that's kind of what's going on here with the garden. That's the garden video for today. Hope it was interesting, not too boring for you guys that want to see me out in a lightning storm or falling off of a rock or whatever other crashing my mountain bike nonsense I'm doing. This is a little less physical. So anyways, hope you liked it. If you liked it, subscribe. If you didn't like it, don't subscribe. Share if you thought it was cool. If you didn't think it was cool, don't share it. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Toodaloos.